Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet, voice you know with the news you trust studio, sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Dale Minio. The rain gauge with thunder and lightning moving through our area last night at 2.56 inches of rain, and we're at 68 degrees this morning. We needed all of that. Some of it came pretty heavy, but we'll take it either way. Radar looked like a good portion of the northern half of the state got some of that rain. Let's hope you got some as well. At the Ohio State Fair yesterday, the grand champion meat-type chickens went to Alec Gentner of Fulton County. The reserve champion meat-type chickens went to Ava Hessner of Clinton County. In the grand champion category for turkeys, that went to Isabel Newman from Muskingum County, and the reserve champion turkey went to Alex Kenny of Logan County. Congratulations to all four of you. Today we'll spend some time in the hog barn, coming up with the grand and reserve champion there. On Saturday, we'll get the final drive into Beef Barn. Then we'll be all set for the Sale of Champions. This morning, the early breakfast at the Ohio State Fair is the Ag Hall of Fame inductee breakfast, and looking forward to seeing several of you there. As we check out the weather, brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. Here's the forecast.
Warm and muggy. Thunderstorms are going to be a part of that once again. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Let's take a look at your forecast update. What I'm looking at here in the next 24 to 48 hours is a little bit more fill-in activity. The past couple of days, yes, there's been thunderstorm threats. They've been largely hit and miss, and the scope has not been nearly as impressive as what it could have been. But I'm looking at some moisture being a little bit more impressive over the next 24 to 48 hours coming in from the west. So I think everybody has a chance to see a shower or thunderstorm cluster today or tomorrow. And I think parts of the state hold on to moisture right on through Saturday before it winds down. Still penciling in anywhere from 1/2 to 1.5 inches, maybe 2 in spots. But the thunderstorms are going to be the biggest part of the upper end of any rain range. Everything winds down as we finish the weekend. Sunday looks a little bit cooler and less humid. Monday of next week, I think we'll be dealing with a little bit of thunderstorm activity to start the day in northwest Ohio, but nothing anywhere else. Tuesday, mostly dry. A frontal boundary tries to sag through next Wednesday. Thursday, what that front does is bring us a chance of hit and miss moisture, but it also brings cooler, drier air behind it. I'm looking for us to be rather pleasant by next Thursday afternoon, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Cool, low humidity, very nice setup indeed. We just got to work through this soupiness first before we get there. I'm meteorologist Ryan Martin.
And thanks, Ryan. It's time now for the BA Genetics Scouting Report. Joining me again this week, Ryan Minio. Ryan, there's been a lot of talk regarding vomitoxin in the past couple years. To help us better understand it, what exactly is it and how do we get it?
Vomitoxin is a condition in corn caused by a fungus that makes the corn unpalatable to livestock, creates issues when using the corn for feed and food consumption. It's a result of the Fusarium fungus infecting the plant during the silking period, roughly from when silks first emerged till brown silk, about a 20-day period. The Fusarium fungus is present in the soil and corn residue from previous years, so if we get moisture during pollination, the possibility of infection is there.
What makes the levels of vomitoxin higher?
After the initial infection occurs, there are a few different things that can lead to higher levels: continued moisture during grain fill, tighter husks, and more fines in your grain.
What are some of the ways to manage vomitoxin in corn?
We've seen several different methods to lower levels. Minimizing the amount of residue in the field can be a good starting point depending on tillage preferences. A fungicide application at full tassel, full silk with a product labeled for Fusarium ear rot is a great option. Using combine settings to blow out fines or grain cleaners post-harvest can be a couple other tools as well.
How is BA Genetics specifically helping their customers?
We're doing research both within the company and on our customers' farms to better understand how to reduce vomitoxin in corn. We sit down individually with each one of our growers to help make sure they have the best plan in place each year. We also work on screening hybrids for sensitivity to vomitoxin before we bring them to market. We're researching each year the best time to apply fungicides and any new products that may be coming out into the marketplace that can help our growers be more profitable.
Thank you, Ryan. For more information, see your BA Genetics representative. This month, the National Milk Producers Federation backed important legislative provisions in the House and the Senate versions of the fiscal year 2025 spending bills for the U.S. Department of Agriculture and the Food and Drug Administration. National Milk Producers Federation underscored dairy's important role in American diets to the Dietary Guidance Advisory Committee and advanced dairy export prospects. The National Dairy Farmers Assuring Responsible Management, or FARM program, hosted the first in-person evaluator conference since 2021 with 50 evaluators and 29 member organizations represented in Lexington, Kentucky. Also, soybean farmer leaders on July 30th presented the Port of Grays Harbor a ceremonial check in the amount of $1.3 million for the port's Terminal 4 expansion and redevelopment project. The Soy Transportation Coalition held its summer board meeting in Vancouver, Washington on July 29th and 30th in order to visit soybean and grain export facilities within the greater Pacific Northwest region that account for 25% of U.S. soybean exports. On July 30th, the group traveled to the Port of Grays Harbor in Aberdeen, Washington, in order to tour the Ag Processing Inc., AGP, soybean meal export terminal and receive an update on its future expansion. Given the significant benefit planned investments will provide to U.S. soybean farmers, the United Soybean Board, the Soy Transportation Coalition, the Iowa Soybean Board, Kansas Soybean Commission, Nebraska Soybean Board, and North Dakota Soybean Council, as well as the South Dakota Soybean Research and Promotion Council, committed $1.3 million to help offset some of the pre-engineering, design, and site development costs of the Port of Grays Harbor Terminal 4 expansion and redevelopment project, and that should help to increase the amount of soy meal exports through that terminal. And a report coming out yesterday of prices received by Ohio farmers for the full month of June 2024. Some of the notes, they call them highlights, but considering the price trends, it wasn't highlights. June corn at $4.38 per bushel decreased a nickel from May and decreased $1.81 from last year. The June soybeans at $12.10 per bushel decreased 10 cents from last month and down $2.70 from last year. June wheat at $5.52 per bushel decreased 27 cents from May and decreased 74 cents from last year. June milk at $23.20 per hundredweight increased $1.10 from last month and increased $4 from last year. Nationally, the June price received index with a 2011 base for agricultural production was 126.9, increasing 2.5% from May, but decreasing 0.4% from June of 2023. At 107.8, the crop production index was up 4% from last month, but down 11% from the previous year. The livestock production index at 147.3 increased 3.1% from May and 9.6% from June last year. Producers received higher prices during June for market eggs, lettuce, strawberries, and broccoli, but lower prices for tomatoes, peaches, hay, and broilers. In addition to prices, the volume change of commodities marketed also influences the indexes. In June, there was increased monthly movement for wheat, grapes, hay, and peaches, and decreased marketing of strawberries, cattle, market eggs, and broilers. Stay tuned. We'll look at the overnight markets after this.
It's time to cut costs. Your Meristem dealer has the keys. Unlock the NPK you already own with new improved Excavator AMS powered by microbialized technology. Excavator AMS is the first and only all-in-one nutrient release and residue breakdown product with built-in nitrogen, surfactants, and water conditioner. Take cost out of your fertilizer and adjuvant spend now. Unlock nutrition faster with Excavator AMS. Learn more and find a dealer at meristemag.com. Always more bushels for less.
Did you know soybeans' #1 customer is animal agriculture? That includes Ohio's beef farms. Research from the Soy Checkoff found that U.S. beef operations use over 1.3 million tons of soybean meal every year. That's the meal from about 55 million bushels of U.S. soybeans. Essential protein, energy, and amino acids. High-quality feed for heart-healthy beef. Soybeans, feeding the industry that feeds us. Brought to you by Ohio's soybean farmers and their Checkoff.
It's time now for the Louis Dreyfus Grain Analysis, brought to you by the Ohio Soybean Council and your soybean checkoff. Here's Ryan Martin.
Grain markets finished the Thursday time frame mixed. Not a lot of excitement overall in the marketplace. There were no significant headlines. So we're just kind of left to analyze and say, all right, what the heck is really going on? If I look between the lines, I can tell you this. Corn, honestly, the way it finished in the afternoon, I can't be too upset. We paired losses. We were down from the opening bell all the way through the day, and at the end of the trading session, only down 3/4, well, half to 1 1/4. And so on corn, they paired the losses pretty doggone good. I'm not necessarily excited, but I am optimistic for a better move here to finish the week. Can we actually get it? Who knows, but I'm optimistic. Soybeans also paired losses, but still finishing 5 to 7 lower. Look, on the soybeans, we're just not getting any new demand information out there. We hear little snippets of China sniffing around for this demand or that demand, but here as of late, they've bought more out of Argentina than they've even really sniffed around for here in the U.S. However, if you look at the products, bean meal moving higher through the trading day yesterday was a little bit exciting. Bean oil did not participate. The oil share drops here just a little bit. The other story, wheat markets getting into positive territory. Now, there was a mostly positive move in spring wheat right away, and then we saw the other wheat, Chicago and Kansas City, come along for the ride. I still think this goes back over to the story on milling quality wheat in France, the German quality condition, geographic issues over there with regard to weather, and geopolitical risk issues as well in an area that still needs to buy a lot of wheat, particularly Egypt and other areas. So I think it was multifaceted, but really nothing concrete. My feeling on the wheat market is it's a little tenuous right now. I'm Ryan Martin.
And thanks, Ryan. Let's recap those closing figures yesterday. Just new crop, December corn, $3.98.5, down 1/2 cent. November beans, $10.16.5, down 6. And if you're looking at holding that September wheat, it's $5.32, up 4 3/4. The overnight market's brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. September corn up 1/4 cent, $3.8225. December new crop up 1/2 at $3.99. March of 25, $4.15.5, up 1/4 cent. The August beans are up 3 at $10.25. November new crop up 8.5 this morning at $10.25. And January soybeans of 25, 8.5 cents higher at $10.40 3/4. In wheat, September down 1 1/4 at $5.30 3/4. July 25 new crop, $5.92 3/4 and down 1/2 cent. In livestock, August cattle, $184.80, down $2.32. October, $183.72, down $2.95. The August lean hogs at $93.15, up 87. October, $77.02, up $1.10. September feeder cattle down $5.30 at $251.80. In October at $250.87, down $5.27. A final comment after this.
Hey, Ohio! Don't miss the Ohio State Fair July 24th through August 4th.
With fair favorites like the Butter Cow sculpture, livestock animals,
Endless shopping,
delicious fair food,
free live music, thrilling rides and games,
competitions, and so much more.
Enjoy all that the Ohio State Fair has to offer now through Sunday, August 4th.
Tickets on sale at the gate or at ohiostatefair.com.
Hey Ohio, exciting news coming to you from Ohio's Country Journal. Subscribe or renew your free subscription by September 20th of 2024 and you could win one of 4 50-inch televisions. Ohio's Country Journal is free, but subscribers have to renew their subscriptions every 3 years to continue to receive it. Subscribe or renew to stay updated on all things Ohio, from agricultural insights to rural lifestyle. Don't miss out. Visit our website today at ocj.com/renew.
And don't forget, the Ohio AgNet and Ohio's Country Journal Crop Tour is next week, sponsored by Ohio Field Leader Program, a project of the Ohio Soybean Council and your soybean checkoff. And you can follow along on our website at ohioagnet.com. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dale Minyo. This is the Ohio AgNet.